Hey everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we re-diving deep into the history of a group you've very probably seen mentioned many times in the Bible, the Amorites. Who were they, and why are they so significant in the stories of Abraham, Joshua, and the nation of Israel? Let's find out together. So, who exactly were the Amorites? They were a powerful, ancient Semitic-speaking people who inhabited the land of Canaan before the Israelites arrived. The name Amorite itself is believed to mean Westerner, as they originated from the west of Mesopotamia. In the Bible, their name is often used as a general term for the inhabitants of Canaan, a land described as flowing with milk and honey. They were known for their height and strength, sometimes compared to the mighty cedars, and they built fortified cities across the hill country. Our first major encounter with the Amorites in the Bible involves Abraham. In Genesis chapter 14, we read about a confederation of kings, including Amorite chieftains named Mamre, Eshcol, and Aner. What's fascinating is that these Amorites were actually allies of Abram, as he was called at the time. They joined forces with him to rescue his nephew Lot, who had been captured. This shows that the early relationship between Abraham's family and the Amorites wasn't entirely hostile. However, God also told Abraham that his descendants would one day inherit the land, but only after the iniquity of the Amorites was complete, hinting at a future conflict. Fast forward several centuries, and the dynamic has completely changed. When Joshua leads the Israelites into the promised land, the Amorites are one of the primary groups they have to confront. The book of Joshua describes several major battles against Amorite kings. One of the most famous is the battle where Joshua prays for the sun and moon to stand still, giving the Israelites enough daylight to secure a decisive victory over a coalition of 5 Amorite kings. This event marked a major turning point in Israel's conquest of Canaan. This leads to a really tough but important question. Why did God command the Israelites to completely drive out and destroy the Amorites? The Bible gives a clear reason in passages like Deuteronomy 20. It was to prevent the Israelites from adopting the Amorites' detestable practices. The text describes their worship as involving idolatry and other morally corrupt acts. God knew that if the Amorites remained, their influence would lead Israel away from him. It was a measure to protect the spiritual and moral integrity of his chosen people, ensuring they could be a light to the nations as he intended. It is a complex topic that shows the seriousness of sin and the importance of holiness in the biblical narrative. Thanks so much for watching and exploring this piece of biblical history with me. If you found this interesting, don't forget to